the circulatory system of earthworm. First, let us draw the outline. A minimum of 18 segments required over to draw. So let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minimum of 18 segments. We need to draw here. So just adjusting myself for segments. So now giving names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So then after, as usual, our elementary canal first. That we know that in front of the mouth there is a prostomium. So 1, 2, 3, buccal cavity, 4, pharynx, 5, 6, 7, esophagus, 8, gizzard, 9 to 14, stomach, and 15, intestine. Okay. So that's it. Elementary canal we draw. Next, what next? The blood vessels. I am introducing blood vessels one after another for you. Okay. So the first, the dorsal blood vessel. A blood vessel which is there on dorsal side, as we have discussed in the starting also. This dorsal blood vessel visible outside also as a mid dorsal line, as a block line we will find outside also. Okay, I am not saying the color here. Just the originally when you look forward, it seems to be like a black stripe, but that blood color is red in earthworm. Okay, next, the ventral blood vessel. The second one, ventral blood vessel. Ventral blood vessel. Second segment to the last segment, the ventral blood vessel is present. So this is ventral blood vessel, the green one I drawn. Okay, next, lateral esophageal blood vessel. Lateral esophageal blood vessel. Okay, so which color we maintain? Let me take yellow. Lateral esophageal blood vessel. It is there from first segment to the 13th segment. Lateral esophageal blood vessel is present. After that, this lateral esophageal blood vessel fuse and form subneural blood vessel. That 14th segment to the last segment, the same blood vessel is called subneural blood vessel. Okay. Next, supraesophageal blood vessel is there in 9 to 13th segment. Supraesophageal blood vessel is present. Okay. So lateral esophageal blood vessel is there from first segment to the 13th segment, like this. Okay, so first segment to the 13th segment. After that, 14th segment onwards, there is another blood vessel, subneural blood vessel. So these are the major blood vessels that to be remembered over. Okay. So this is the number one. I'm giving labeling here that this blood vessel is called dorsal blood vessel. Okay. Dorsal blood vessel. Should that dorsal blood vessel a single one. Okay. So dorsal blood vessel. Next, the ventral blood vessel, lateral esophageal blood vessel, subneural blood vessel. For all of them, we have to go for that. Subneural blood vessel. Subneural. That means below the nerve cord. That's the meaning. Next, ventral blood vessel. Next, lateral esophageal blood vessel. Lateral esophageal blood vessel. Okay. Think all are visible. Now, let me say the green one. This one is ventral blood vessel. And who is the lateral? This is lateral esophageal blood vessel. And this is subneural blood vessel. Okay. Next, the connections. We have to go through connections. That means the, the subneural blood vessel is connected to the dorsal blood vessel with the help of commissural blood vessel. This one, what do you say? Commissural blood vessel. Okay. In every segment, we'll find a pair of commissural blood vessels. Okay, this one. So that connection between the dorsal blood vessel to the subneural blood vessel, we call it as commissural blood vessel. Okay, that is one. Next, the connection between the lateral hearts, lateral esophageal hearts that we have to go through. The connection between the dorsal blood vessel to the ventral blood vessel, dorsal blood vessel to the ventral blood vessel. In the 7, in the 9, and in the 12 and 13. 7, 9, 12, and 13. You focus this is going to be a regular question for us. This is very important. Green color. So what is this? Hearts we see. Actually, 7 and 9 are called lateral hearts. 12 and 13 are called lateral esophageal hearts because there is a connection difference. You see this. Lateral hearts, 7 and 9, because they are connecting the dorsal blood vessel to ventral blood vessel. 12 and 13, dorsal and supraesophageal. Dorsal blood vessel and supraesophageal are connected by ventral blood vessel. So they are called lateral esophageal heart. But you remember at least they are hearts. 7, 9, 12, 13. Particularly 12 and 13 are called lateral esophageal heart because they are also having connection with the supraesophageal blood vessel. They are also having connection with supraesophageal blood vessel. That's why they are even called supralateral esophageal heart, supraesophageal blood vessel. Okay, 9 to 13, supraesophageal blood vessel is present. So, but this is very, very, very important. That hearts 7, 9, and 12, 13. 7, 9, 12, 13. What are present? That the hearts are present. 7 and 9 called lateral hearts. 12 and 13 are called lateral esophageal hearts. Okay. Next, in the 10th and 11th, there is connection between the lateral esophageal blood vessel to the supraesophageal blood vessel. We say anterior loops. They are considered, they are called as anterior loops. So here it is, I am writing anterior loops just for information. We say them as anterior loops. They are present between the 10th and 11th. Connecting between the 10th and 11th anterior loops we say, and that anterior loops are connecting lateral esophageal blood vessel to the supraesophageal blood vessel. Okay, so I'm showing it. Anterior lobes. So that's it. That's it about circulatory system. But just for information, we made it out. But most times the question we get hearts, lateral hearts. Okay. Then blood glands. In the 4, 5, 6 segments, blood glands are present. 4, 5, 5th, and 6th segment, blood glands are present. You may know that already in that particular area, pharyngeal nephridia are present, isn't it? So they're associating with the pharyngeal nephridia, the blood glands are present. Okay, that blood glands are going to be for the production of blood cells. Blood glands for the production of blood cells. Okay, then that's the information you need to remember. Then let's go back to the circulatory system of parenchyma. There's a circulatory system. The closed blood vascular system is present here. Closed blood vascular system. What is closed? Blood flow in the blood vessels. The consisting of blood vessel, capillaries, and 4 pairs of hearts. I shown it now to you. The hearts connect the dorsal and ventral blood vessel. Due to the closed circulatory system, blood is confined to the blood vessels only. The contraction of the dorsal blood vessel keep blood circulating in the body. That means, see here it is, the dorsal blood vessel. The dorsal blood vessel is making that contractions in the dorsal blood vessel, making the blood to keep circulating in the body. What they are saying. Okay, so that here also, let us try to recognize here also that this is dorsal blood vessel and wait a minute. This is commissural blood vessel, connecting the dorsal blood vessel to subneural blood vessel. So I'm using the blue here to show the subneural. This is subneural blood vessel. Okay, so this is ventral blood vessel. Okay, ventral blood vessel. So I'm showing here. This is ventral. Okay, and below that we can see that subneural blood vessel. and dorsal blood vessel. This is dorsal blood vessel. Okay. Then hearts. These are the hearts. Lateral hearts and lateral esophageal heart. 7, 9, 12, 13. 7, 9, 12, 13. Lateral hearts are present. Think we need to use another color. Shall we use black? 7, 9, 12, 13. Connecting the dorsal and ventral blood vessel. Particularly 12 and 13 also connect the supraesophageal blood vessel. Have you seen the supraesophageal? Here it is. Supraesophageal blood vessel also. That's why they are also called lateral esophageal heart. 7 and 9 are called as lateral heart. So all we call them as hearts itself, isn't it? So hearts are present in is a regular question for us. 7, 9, 12, 13. Should remember. Okay. 10 and 11 anterior loops are present, connecting the lateral esophageal blood vessel to supraesophageal blood vessel. Anterior loops are present. So that's it. That's the story of the blood vessels here. This is the lateral esophageal blood vessel, 1 to 13. That subneural blood vessel, 14 to last. Dorsal blood vessel, posterior to the third segment. Ventral blood vessel, second segment to the last segment. So that's it. Anterior lobes, 10 and 11. Lateral esophageal heart, 12 and 13. Lateral heart, 7 and 9. Heart, 7, 9, 12, 13. That's it. Okay, so then about the blood glands. Blood glands are present in 4, 5, 6 segments. They produce the blood cells, and hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma. There is no RBC here. There is no red blood cells. Hemoglobin dissolves in the blood of the plasma. So that's why we say no RBC, no RBC. How blood is red in color? So that is going to be a regular question. So our answer is hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma. And the blood cells are phagocytic in nature. Blood cells are phagocytic. That means microbial eating. That any microbe enters inside, they are going to eat. This is about the circulatory system. Just to focus on the diagram, there are so many other parts are also there. But whatever given in the diagrammatic area, that only is enough for us. Commissural, subneural, lateral esophageal, lateral heart, dorsal blood vessel, ventral blood vessel, lateral esophageal vessel, and anterior lobe. These are enough. Okay. So then that is about the circulatory system of ferritin.